What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, we won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I saw this story yesterday, and I wanted to jump on it this morning. It's about this guy right here. This guy is 24 years old from St. Louis, Missouri. His name is Antonio L. Mickey, like Mickey Mouse, yes. And he's currently locked up, and he has no bond. This guy has 13 combined felony counts of both the R word and robbery. And I'm going to play this video for you, and I'm going to come back and just talk about it. But I mean, tell me if you've seen the pattern and what he was really doing in this video. Check it out.
Series of rapes and robberies at area motels, a hotel, and a residential neighborhood are linked by police to a 24-year-old now in custody on no bond. The court records are too graphic to read on TV and include the report of a woman who jumped from a second floor at this hotel to escape.
I couldn't imagine being in her shoes, but I probably would have did the same thing.
Citizens shaken by the reports.
Well, I'm just glad he was caught. It could have been anyone.
Antonio L. Mickey is now charged in both St. Louis and St. Louis County with 13 combined felony counts, including rape and robbery. One of the victims wrote the court, quote, "I have not been able to sleep. My dreams seem so real, I feel it's happening again. I came close to losing my life and never see my family again." Reports begin here at this Florissant motel this past July, including a police account that defendant Mickey knocked on a hotel room door, maced a woman who answered, then raped and robbed her. In November, Mickey is accused of macing a woman he'd arranged to meet and robbing her here at this downtown motel. Then in December, court records say the defendant maced and raped a woman at this hotel off 44 in Hampton. That's where police say his victim jumped from a second-story window to save herself. Two more women were reportedly raped and robbed in this South City neighborhood in December. Court records list two of the incidents happening here on this carport on Itasca near South Grand. And the court records say the suspect lives about 2 blocks that way on Dewey Avenue. Though Mickey is in custody, we knocked on the door listed as his address because prosecutors said in court he lived with his brother and girlfriend. I asked a woman who answered for a comment. She declined.
Can't believe it. I actually have been in this neighborhood for 2 years.
This neighbor, who did not want to be identified, started crying when hearing the news.
And I have sisters, and it would just suck, to think that somebody would do that. Wow. To one of my sisters. That's crazy. Said a girl jumped out of a window for her safety. It's crazy.
Antonio Mickey is now being held on no bond, and once he answers to the charges here, the Memphis, Tennessee courts want him to answer to an attempted murder charge there. For the Fox Files, I'm Chris Hayes.
All right, guys, that's the story about this piece of trash. And when I first seen it, I was thinking honestly, excuse me for a second, I was thinking honestly that this guy right here was just one of them normal dime store R-wordist. I hate saying that on YouTube. And I thought, he was just going around violating women out of, lust and greed. It was still lust and greed, but what it was basically is he would target call girls. Now, I don't know where he got the numbers to these chicks at, because if you notice the way it was showing it, it was all hotels, like seedy type motels, red roof inns, Econo Lodge, the type of stuff that, like Backpage chicks, when Backpage was out or whatever, they be at them type of spots. They go rent a room, run through customers, collect their money, and book. That's their prerogative. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't about them. It's about this dude. He's an opportunist. Dudes like this usually don't like women. They don't. They're easy targets. It was more about the robbery than the violating, but it still played a major part because they put you in a room, just you and them. He coming in there, macing them in the face in some instances, and then attacking them. You know what I'm saying? Taking what he want from them and taking their money as well. That's kind of corny. That's cowardly. 24 years old, he was an opportunist. Best of both worlds. He gets to take their tiller, what they made with all their johns, and sample the goods at the same time. For that, he need to be shown the bushes. This guy targeted these women because he looks at them as less than. Somebody tell me if I'm lying on that. See, a lot of times when people victimize you, they try to take the human aspect or the morality aspect out of you to make it look like what they're doing is the right thing, or you as the person they're victimized deserve such treatment or action. It's a perfect example right there. And he said this guy was doing this in St. Louis County. He said he's one of the two for attempted murder. So I guess it went too far or the victim resisted. Woman said she had to jump out the window, second floor window, to escape him. On the concrete. You know, a hotel parking lot is concrete. Man, she hit that ground and she had the nerve to get up. There's some persistent people out here in causing destruction. And there are people out here that will do anything they within their power to take something from you. And a lot of times it's overkill. There's no reason why he did that. And I mean, you know, some people might be like, oh, but they shouldn't have been selling ass. If you want to sell ass, that's your problem. I mean, it's lucrative, hell. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to judge. I ain't going to buy no ass, but you understand what I'm saying. That's the oldest profession in history. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, guys, stuff like this shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't. He's 24 years old. You can't get a girl at 24 years old. You had to go and rob and really, I think it's more about the money. Well, money and the power. It's both. I say it's both. But I mean, he was just robbing them and then he can get something else besides that. And he decided to do that. I'm anxious to see the type of women he targeted. I think they was probably small, real small. I don't see him trying to fight no thick juggernaut type trick. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Another thing is, before I get out of here, I think honestly, I don't know how long this was going, but for him to take mace and spray it in somebody's face to blind them, I guess he was going in there with no mask. And of course he was going in there with no mask. It wouldn't seem like he is who he is. But I wonder if he sent the picture of his face. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think they would let somebody a stranger just knock on the door. And, well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. All I know is he was uncalled for. I mean, and there's nothing funny about what he did. I'm laughing from a male. I got to explain this because people get mad. I got to explain this from a male standpoint of how stupid this sounds. You're 24 years old. When I was 24 years old, I was on top of the world. Couldn't tell me nothing. Wasn't nothing I feel as though I couldn't do or anything. Why couldn't you get a job and make money and then attract a woman rather than attack somebody that is doing something to make ends meet the way they want to do it? That's the thing, man. I don't like when hardworking people or people, you know, work for something and then somebody feels as though they can come and take it because they don't agree with what you're doing or how you got your money. That's wrong. And for that, he need to be shown the flowers. That's like ultimate victimization. You not only took her money, but you took a part of her. Can't force yourself on somebody. Care who they are. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.